I don't do intros. What's up, everyone? How you guys doing today? I'm doing good today. Today I decided to do some more post commentary. This is my second time doing some post commentary, so I might fuck it up, but we'll see. Um, so before I talk about this build, I want to talk about where I'm actually creating this build at. So I'm actually streaming this character as I'm playing through the game with this character, and as I'm playing through the game, I'm actually invading along on the side. So if you're watching this video the day it comes out, there's a good chance I'm actually streaming right now. So if you want to, just click on the channel and just see if I'm streaming, come join us. I do co-op with this character, so you can join my world, help me kill bosses, invaders, that kind of stuff. And if you just want to watch some invasions, I'm also doing that too over there. So come join the stream. But with that being said, let's talk about the build, the gimmick, and how it's working. So this build is actually centered around the blood sorceries in the game. They're called Briar sorceries, I guess. As you can see right there, it says Briars. And I want to show off that this sorcery is not actually useless and is pretty good. And I'll show you how in just 1 second here. Pretty good when people don't know what it does. I think it also causes a bleed buildup too, so that's pretty cool. So this is a sorcery, right? These blood sorceries. There's two of them in the game. There's Briars of Sin and then there's Briars of Punishment. I can't quite get Briars of Punishment yet. This is still very early game in these clips you're gonna see. I believe I was level 40, 50, and 60 in all these clips. So yeah, this build is centered around the Briar sorceries. I can't quite get the other one, but I'm stumbling over my words already. Holy fuck. Anyway, enjoy this next clip. It's pretty funny. This is showing like how do I explain? This is prime Briars of Sin and the most usefulness you're ever gonna get out of it. These guys have been up there for a very long time. They don't want to come down. So I make them come down with a swarm of flies. I used the wrong spell there because I'm an idiot. Then they both decided they wanted to come back in and fight me, and I killed them both. Oh, spoiler alert, I guess. It's a very cool spell, and I'm surprised people don't use it. The reason why people don't use it is because it's actually a magic spell that is scaling off of faith. Now there is a staff in the game, which is the one I'm using right here. It's called the Staff of the Guilty. That also scales off of faith, and is meant to cast these Briar spells. And people don't ever use it. They don't use them. They're deemed not useful, and I completely disagree. One thing I do need is more poise on this build. This is not by any means a complete build. It will be complete very shortly the more I play it. Again, I'm streaming this if you want to watch it. So Staff of the Guilty, it actually boosts these thorn sorceries, and it scales off of faith, so it does pretty good. With that being said, you can throw on other spells that are pretty good. Like Catch Flame and Carrion Slicer, which you're going to see me use Carrion Slicer a little bit later. Those are very good early game spells that you get for mages and or prophets. And I also went to the Lord of Blood place. I think it's called the Mogwin Dynasty Palace. I went there pretty early on this character because I wanted to get Swarm of Flies, I wanted to get blood tags, and I wanted to be able to craft swarm pots, which you'll see more. I'm teabagging this guy because he won't come down, so I'm trying to like bait him to come down, make him mad. Eventually he does. And for some reason he decides to give me honor, and I just kill him. As you can see, he tries to bow, and I just say no. I think he had the magic troll sword there. I don't know. So the rest of the weapons I have on this build is the Dragon Seal, the Dragon Communion Seal, to be able to use Swarm of Flies or Catch Flame, because I think I'm actually going to go for Dragon incantations on this build, at least for the Rotten Breath. The Rotten Breath is so good, there's no reason not to use it. And I don't really have a build that uses it at this point, and this build's mainly going to be a faith and arcane character. And another weapon that I like to talk about that I don't see anybody use is the spike spear, which you're gonna see me there. I had blood tax on it for the first couple clips, and it was like blood infused. But now I have sacred blade on it, and it's doing a little bit more damage, but it does bleed less. These guys actually really kind of spooked me because they look like they have late game gear and stuff like that, right? But in all reality, they both have like no HP. So I was being very cautious against them when I shouldn't have. You see me using the swarm pots here. They're pretty useful. I think throwing pots in general are useful ever since I did that Jar Knight build, which you can see on the channel. It was very recent. I believe it was yesterday I uploaded it. Ever since I did that Jar Knight build, I've got like grown an appreciation for throwing pots. They can do pretty good damage, like 600 to 800 damage. And this guy is just, I don't know what he was doing. Trying so hard to get that shoulder tackle to work, and it just wasn't working. So here's the interesting clip. I believe I was level 50 in this clip, and people were still hanging out in the gatefront ruins for some fucking reason. This happens all the time. I see this way too much. People love to come to this area and get their friends to drop them like banished knight armor and shit like that. They immediately put it on and do not care about fat rolling, and because of that, I kill them every time. This guy has the bolt of Grand Sax, and he was super annoying to deal with. Holy crap. I believe even to one-hand that weapon, you gotta have like 48 dex or something like that. So I wonder if he like just has no health, or if he just like put on a bunch of talismans to get a bunch of dex. I don't know. I believe there's 3 talismans in the game that boost your dex. There's the Sword Seal. There's the dex one. I forget the name of it. The heirloom, I think it's called. I don't know. And then there's the prosthesis, which actually does boost your dex by like 5 or something like that, and it increases your attack on. Look at me. Look at this guy, bro. I feel so bad for him. What are you doing? Why are you fat rolling? Take off your gauntlets. Take off something, bro. You don't have to wear banished knight armor. You don't. You don't have to. Drop a great joy arsenal. Do something. I'm sorry. It happens all the time. This was a fucking a specimen right here. This guy is forward Dawn's armor, Taunter's tonguing, and using Rivers of Blood. It was quite something to see. At least actually he wasn't Rivers of Blooding. I just seen his friend right there in the back taking damage from something. Maybe his friend died. I don't know. I never saw his friend. I only saw him. Maybe he fell off the ledge. I don't know. He is just pressing L2 over and over and over again. He doesn't know how to do anything else. And for some reason, he doesn't really have a ton of poise either, even though he's full Radon. At least I think he's full Radon. I know for sure that he's wearing 3 pieces. I don't know what the gauntlets. So funny enough, if you're fast enough with Catch Flame, you can interrupt people trying to mash L2 in your face with Rivers of Blood. Which is what I was trying to do here. I almost died and I almost panic rolled off the fucking cliff. I couldn't quite get it done. But don't worry, this guy's gonna die anyway. He's lagging a little bit and he'll take the damage a little bit later. I'm really surprised I didn't kill him, honestly. I'm out of flask already, holy fuck. And then he accidentally unequips his weapon for some reason and then dies. And you have to teabag a Rivers of Blood player. You just have to. So the fashion I'm using for this character is the Briars armor with the Prophet mask, and I think that really suits the build. I told you guys in my other video, the PvE video actually, that I like creating lore for my characters, and this guy is he's from the same place as as Elmer of the Briar. I forgot what was it called, Eochad, something like that. So he's gonna wear the same armor. He's gonna look a little bit different. I just like the kind of stuff. I ran into a lot of people actually during this video that just used Taunter's Tongue and were just looking to get invaders to fight them in a duel or something like that, which I was really confused about because there's actually a place you could do that at. You guys know the Academy main gate in Raya Lucaria. A lot of people like to duel there. But I fought this guy for like 5 minutes straight because he just kept healing, and I kept healing, and I was doing not really any damage with the spike spear. The damage is not very good on the weapon, but I just like it, so I've been using it. Never really created a build around a spear before, so this is actually a first for me, and I like the way it looks aesthetically. I might switch to other things later, and I just realized I forgot to add a clip showing my stats, so I'll go ahead and do that now. But with that being said, I'll see you guys soon. I hope you'll subscribe, and yeah, take care, guys.